Ganga, written by Shankaracharya. Mother Ganga, Jnana Ganga. And while we take the literal meaning to be that river which purifies our sins, paying our respects to her will only purify the mind, and then the mind is ready to receive the Upanishad. Therefore, it is like an invocation. Ganga Maiya is considered a representative of complete bhakti and jnana. The Puranas, she is considered the epitome of bhakti, devotion. And for the Jnana Margis, she is the Jnana Ganga. And without Jnana and without Bhakti, both are the two sides of the same coin. So they cannot go without each other. You cannot attain that state. The scriptures say it's God attainment, God realization, self-realization is not possible without both faith and knowledge. And since she represents both, and how very beautifully he has described Bhagawan. The very flow of Ganga, if we have been to the Himalayas and we have seen Ganga Maiya flowing, we will recognize the beauty of these verses. And Ganga Stotram is chanted in every Advaitic school, ashram, across the country and even abroad. Every evening when Aarti is done, Ganga Stotram is chanted. Because it is a very, very important composition. All over India. And wherever you are, not that you have to be in the north, very close to the Ganga. Coimbatore Ashram, in both Chimya Ashram, Dayananji Ashram, every day the Ganga Stotram is chanted. Very beautiful verses. So we will begin with that. And then proceed to our Upanishad. We shall read the entire Ganga Stotram first. Go through it. Very easy. As you're reading and you pay attention, now you will understand, the meaning of it. Now you will pay attention to the words and it will reveal. Shall we start? You all know the tune? Or you just follow? Some of us know the tune here. Devi Sureshwari Bhagavati Gange Tribhuvana Tarini Tarala Tarange Shankara Mauli Viharini Vimale Mama Matira Sam Tava Pada Kamale Bhagirati Sukhadaini Matastava Jala Mahima Nigame Khyata Naham Jane Tava Mahimanam Pahi Kripa Mahima Jnanam Haripada Padya Tarangini Gange Hima Vidhu Mukta Dhavala Tarange Duri Kuru Mama Dushkriti Bharam Kuru Kripaya Bhavasadara Param Tava Jala Mamalam Yena Dipitam Paramapadam Kalutena Grihitam Matar Gange Tvayo Bhakta Kilatam Drashtum Nayama Shakta Patito
पंडितभंगे भीष्म जननि हे मुनिवर कन्ये पतित निवारिणि त्रिभुवन धन्ये कल्पलतामिव फलदां लोके प्रणमति यस्त्वां न पतति शोके पारावारविहारिणि गंगे विमुख युवति कृततरलापाङ्गे कवचेन्मात स्रोत स्नात पुनरपि जठरे सोऽपि न जात नरक निवारिणि जानवि गंगे कलुष विनाशिनि महिमोत्तुङ्गे पुनरसदङ्गे पुण्यतरङ्गे जय जय जानवि करुणापाङ्गे इन्द्रमुकुटमणिराजित चरणे सुखदे शुभदे भृत्यशरण्ये रोगं शोकं तापं पापं हर मे भगवति कुमति कलापं त्रिभुवनसारे वसुधाहारे त्वमसि गतिर्मम खलु संसारे अलकानन्दे परमानन्दे कुरु करुणामयि कातरवन्द्ये तव तटनिकटे यस्य निवास खलु वैकुण्ठे तस्य निवास परमिह नीरे कमठो मीन किं वा तीरे शरटर्क्षीण अथवा श्वपचो मलिनो दीन स्तव नहि दूरे नृपति कुलीन भो भुवनेश्वरि पुण्ये धन्ये देवि द्रवमयि मुनिवर कन्ये गङ्गास्तवमिममलं नित्यं पठति नरो यः स जयति सत्यं येषां हृदये गङ्गा भक्तिस्तेषां भवति सदा सुखमुक्ति मधुराकान्ता पञ्चटिकाभि परमानन्दकलिलदलिताभि गंगा स्तोत्रमिदं भवसारं वाञ्छितफलदं विमलं सारं शङ्कर सेवक शङ्कर रचितं पठति सुखी स्तव इति च समाप्तः शङ्कर सेवक शङ्कर रचितं पठति सुखी स्तव इति च समाप्तः जय जय गंगे जय हर गंगे जय जय गंगे जय हर गंगे जय जय गंगे जय हर गंगे जय जय गंगे जय हर गंगे।
बोलिए श्री गंगा मैया की जय। Ganga has a very special place in our culture. Anytime Diwali also Ganga Snanam has happened, we ask. When we are nowhere close to Ganga river, there every river is considered coming from the Ganga only. As we know, Ganga, where do you see the source? Actually, we shouldn't ask, about the source of two things. The source of a jnani and the source of a river. You will never find it. And if you have found it, then you know it and you don't ask. But it is said, that it is from Shiva's head, in his jata. He has it. That is how you see when you have the form of Shiva in mind. The Ganga flowing. Shiva is the source considered. And in any aspect of life, we have seen Swami Vidyaranya's verses. 5 elements, factors are there. What is that? Name, form, and Sat, Chit and Priya. Asti Bhati Priya. Nama Rupa. So Nama and Rupa are what constitutes the world that keeps changing. And Asti Bhati Priyam is that the eternal truth of, if you will see it anyway, that you cannot remove from. So here, our name and form, we understand. Ganga river is there. The moment you think of Ganga, you say, okay, you have that flowing Ganga in mind. She is considered divine. For even today, they say that they have done some research, these scientists, and they say that every, what would you call it, component of that Ganga river, water, particle, has the capacity, the potential to renew itself. Therefore, it's considered holy. It is like the minerals in it, it has such substance that it begins to renew itself very quickly. So it cannot get polluted. That is why they say drinking the Ganga water is it has life potency. It is a life giver. Ganga water used for anything is considered very auspicious. Because of this very nature, people say taking a dip in the Ganga purifies you, of all physical ailments as well as mental ailments. She comes from Shiva, and she is, as we see in the description, Vasudhaa Hare. She is the necklace, har of Mother Earth. Mother Earth wears her around her neck, and as though she comes flowing from the source just to go back to she completes a circle, going back to Shiva. So she is in such a hurry as she flows down and then takes her journey back to the source. So this is that Jnana Ganga. Going back to the source, we know, is the ultimate goal of human life also. So this Jnana Ganga is what we can say is referred to, indicated by Shankara when he talks about Ganga Maya. One is the gross that is seen, and how is she and what are her properties. And then you have to look at it also from the point of view of her being this Jnana Ganga. That knowledge of Atma Jnana that takes you towards your source, purifies you completely, makes you available now ready to take that journey and reach your destination. So in both the ways, when you look at it and you reflect on her, Tapovanji used to call Ganga Maya mobile Brahman. This is Satyam, he will say. He would sit for hours together in Uttarkashi, just listening to the flow of the Ganga. He would say, she can reach you, she can take you to Samadhi. You will come to remaining in you become Kutastha, you become that very self, simply listening to her and going with her flow. That's why he called her mobile Brahman. That's the beauty of Ganga Maya. And if we've gone, some of us, taken a dip also, It is said not only purification of the body, but purification of the mind. You know, if you have taken a dip in the Ganga, you are ready now to enter Shivaloka. And entering Shivaloka is a great leveler. He is beyond Kala, no? We call him timeless. And he also represents death, destruction. And in death, what happens? Everything is leveled. You come to a zero here. The king, when he lives, how is he living? And the beggar, how is he living? Very, very different poles apart. But what happens when the king dies and what happens when the beggar dies? Both are simply lying as bodies. They cannot get up to say anything. You can't ask the king, how would your funeral, how would you like it to be? He doesn't answer. You ask the beggar, hey, you've always lived a very bad life. At least do you want a funeral of a royal king? He is not there available to say anything. It's over. This is what death does to us. It's a great leveler, and that is Shivaloka, where now all the pairs of opposites merge there. The end of duality is Shivaloka. So this Jnana Ganga will take you to that. And until you have not purified the mind with a dip in this Jnana Ganga, without getting a glimpse of what this Jnana Ganga is, one cannot attain Shivaloka. So as you are taking a dip, she asks you, okay, so you want purification, and one must be able to tell her what kind of purification is required, because one knows deep within what all one is caught up with, what kind of attachment, anger, desires, all these things that seem to contaminate our mind. So much so that they are working as obstacles for us to come to see this truth. When we tell her, please, take this away from me, take this anger from me, take this hurt from me, regret from me, guilt from me, she wipes out all of that. And then one is ready to, therefore it is said, a dip in the Ganga washes away all your sins. Sins is what? All the past karmas that work as obstacles for us, keeping us away from that truth, because a sin is that which keeps us away from reality. The truth keeps us away from the Lord. So, how is this? A beautiful description of Ganga. Devi Sureshwari Bhagavati Gange, you are the divine river from the heaven. Hey, Gange Maya, that is Ganga. Tribhuvana Tarini Tarala Tarange. Savior, how are you? You are simply flowing, and you are a savior of all the three worlds. Three worlds. Bhur, Bhuva, Swa, also deep within our minds, the conscious, subconscious and unconscious minds. When we take a dip in this Jnana Ganga, what is that Jnana Ganga? Atma Jnana, knowledge of Atma Jnana. Taking a dip in that. Initially we are very scared of the river. I don't know to swim. I have never done this before. You just come. Wet your feet first. Then you like the feel of it. Feel so good, refreshed. You want to hear some more of this knowledge. Then you are ready to take on. This is how we start. And once we have gone in, we begin to enjoy. After that, we want to do it again and again. We want this jnana because it releases us of so many old samskaras that were not needed at all in the first place. It cleanses us, it purifies us. And that way saves us. It's a protector, great savior. Savior from what? This unnecessary burden of samsara. Samsara is that only, which is full of misery, dukkham. And that dukkham is not needed for us. Unknowingly, we carry all that burden, thinking this is my sorrow, this is my misery, this is for me to keep. And we love carrying our luggage. And our, even in the train when we are going, we don't want to put that luggage down. Anyway, the luggage will be traveling with us only because the train is moving. But no, we will keep our luggage in our heads. This is why Ramana says, why are you carrying it? Anyway, it will go with you. You forget about that. But no, we love carrying not only that burden and talking about it also. How much burden I have gone through. How many kilos extra excess baggage I have carried. Nobody likes to travel light. What if we need something more? What if that happens? And you will see 95% of your worries are this only. Made up only in the mind, cooked up, imagined. That 5% that has to happen may even happen otherwise. So if we just drop this 95%, burden is gone. 5% we all have to face. Which we can anyway face. Whether you like it or not, because you have worried so much about it, it's not going to go away. It is still going to come. It is coming. So when it comes, you handle it. The rest of the time, travel light. And when we can travel light, we are supposed to be protected and saved by that very existence. See, when we come to this world, are we coming prepared like this? What if I don't get milk when I want? I like my own brand of milk. Do we come like that? Empty-handed we have come. When we are hungry, we have probably cried, becoming uncomfortable. Bhagawan has given us, it is innate, that what we do, we just cry out. What happens? Milk comes, water comes. We are cleaned. Now, who has designed all this? It is not only for the human child, but for every being in this world. This world is given to us this way. So all our needs are taken care of. From time to time, whenever a situation is going to come, before that you are already given whatever is required to handle the next situation. But are we awakened to that? No. After a point we forget that. We start building our own ideas of levels of protection that we need. Isn't that the great cause of worry today in the world? Who has got more ammunition to fight other countries? Everybody is building up nuclear weapons, thinking that we should never use it. Then why are you creating that? Common sense, but it doesn't work. No? What if we need it sometime? And then, how are people dying anyway? If you just take a very broad statistics, you will find it. That day I saw one post and they were talking about 20 most dangerous beings which have taken the lives of humans, then I think I read it out. No? About everything is mentioned. Dangerous animals, elephants, and how tigers have attacked humans and killed them, and how many numbers it is being said. Very dangerous ones. Scorpions and snakes. People dying of snake bites. 20, 19, 18, all of this is mentioned, and you say, oh, yes, absolutely. So dangerous they are. You know the second most dangerous one? What was written? Causing maximum human death? Mosquito. Second most dangerous. From 20 you start. Lion, tiger and all is gone somewhere. Cobra. Oh, we are so scared. We think a mosquito, we can do this. And it will get killed. Cobra. Run. The cobra has hardly taken any lives actually. The mosquito is the cause. And second, which is the first? We all agree? Humans alone. What a shame. Where is the thinking? Where is the knowledge? Where is supposed to be civilization? Jnana Ganga. Take a dip in that. Purify ourselves so that we do not live a life like this. It reflects, when you read this, you laugh, of course, but that is a sad commentary. Sometimes you think that a human being is maximum deaths are happens through him. He is killing his own race. Other animals you will not find. They may kill the other for their own survival. They do not kill their own. This is a very peculiar character of human beings because he is very intelligent. So this dip in this Jnana Ganga alone will release you from this state. Very intelligent state. And how is she? She's pure, she's restless. If I go on like that about description about human mind, this is a long Stotram also, I better come to. She is pure, she is restless. Pure, nirmala, vimala, absolutely no mala in her. That is why considered divine, very auspicious. That is why she is capable of purifying the other. Whenever we look at purifying the other, changing the other, correcting the other, first look if we are qualified enough to correct the other. Correct yours first, then this correction itself will lead to correction outside. And Mother Ganga is such, she is already purity personified. Therefore, a dip in her will clear. And restless. Why is she restless? If you have seen Ganga Maiya, she is always she is flowing that way. She is never quiet and coming. Alkananda, somewhere you will find that as though she is quiet, but she is coming in such great force. Because you think she is very silent, you just try and stand there without help. You are gone. You reach the source. She's taken it. Because absolute restlessness is there to reach the source. That is the way the mind should be. Once purification has to happen, and let me attain the goal without waiting anywhere, without resting anywhere. The flow should be such, not stopping for anything. She doesn't bother if there is an obstacle. She has to climb over and go, she will go. It's too high, go from the side. Doesn't matter, I can't stop the flow. How are we? Satsang is there, but if there are so many other things happening, we have to pay attention to that first. That is how restless we are. Or rather restful. Wherever there is an obstacle, we will be there. Until somebody comes to remove the obstacle, Mother Ganga is not waiting for anything like that. Only thing, focus, single-pointed concentration is on reaching the source. That is the Dhara. She is like that. And she is, Bhagavan says, let my mind rest at your lotus feet. Mama mati, astam, where? Let me be at your feet and flow with you in that speed and force to reach my source. Let my mind always be at your lotus feet. And how is she? Mother Bhagirathi. Because Rishi Bhagirathi has made way for her to come. She is a giver of happiness to her. And also, Bhagavan says here, I am very, very naham jane tava mahimanam. Pahi kripa mahi mama jnanam. I am an ajnani. Bhagavan Shankara is saying, I am an ajnani, ignorant fool. I do not even understand the complete, significance of who you are, Mother Ganga. So protect me. Why this protection? Atma Jnana, when it is coming to us, we do not recognize sometimes value also. The significance of it. We miss it. We speak about it. This way or that way. Whether it is not needed, we will debate. We will judge. Who are we to judge? For we haven't yet comprehended the entire significance of Mother Ganga, of this knowledge that comes. We take her for granted many times. That shouldn't happen through us. If a dip in the Ganga we have got, we must look at it as a great privilege. This Atma Jnana that we are talking about should not become, in fact it is said in the Kali Yuga, Atma Jnana and gurus who impart Atma Jnana, they will be judged, they will be talked about, they will be gossiped about. In where? In party circles, where people are getting together for social activities. And this is what is happening today, if you see. This is the Kali Yuga. Gurus are being compared. Who is a better guru? Who talks better? Who explains better? Who has greater following? And what is Shankara saying? I do not know the entire, beauty, the magnificence of what you are. So protect me from all of this. In case I happen to speak this way, take care that I do not do it. That is why. Naam jane tava mahiman, your glory. The only jnanis understand also and value this. Therefore, they are also at the same time very protective of this jnana, of Ganga. The one who knows the true value will only respect that. There is this, I have told you the story about that poor cowherd boy who finds a stone that is sparkling so much in the road. He is in the fields and he looks at it and he says, wow, the stone is shining so much. He doesn't know its value, doesn't recognize it because he's an ajnani. He takes it and he's a shepherd. He has sheep and goat and everything with him. He takes this, ties it to a thread, and he has a favorite goat. So he puts it around that goat. And the goat also doesn't care that this chain is there. This thread is hanging with this beautiful looking some stone. The goat also keeps grazing and they go, and few days have passed when one diamond merchant passes through the village, and as he's in the road, he looks at this goat. Suddenly his eyes fall on this goat and he is surprised to find a stone the neck of the goat. He gets down from his vehicle and says, he goes close to the goat. He actually examines that stone and he is able to recognize that it's a precious diamond. And he is wondering, what is it doing in the goat's neck? So he looks for the boy and he says, whose goat is this? Because he thinks the owner of the goat must be such a rich man that he has given his goat such a valuable diamond to wear. So who owns these goats? He says, I own, the boy. Why? He says, you own this goat? So what have you put around the neck? He says, the stone I found. Why? How much will you take? I want that stone. How much money do you want for this stone? So the boy is very surprised. He says, I got it for free. He doesn't tell him that. I just found it. And I put it. So he says, how much will you give? So now this merchant says, no, you ask me what you would like. So he is thinking, he has got it for free anyway. So he says, 5 rupees. So then the merchant recognizes, he says, this is a fool. He doesn't know what he is dealing with. So he says, okay. The moment he says, okay, this boy thinks, probably he's asked for very little. He is wondering. Then he says, I don't know whether I want to give it to you. He says, okay, take 10 rupees. He made a stone. Now, he cannot, because 10 rupees is a big sum for him. So he says, okay, take it. And he feels very proud that he's got such a good bargain. He found something on the road and now he sold it for 10 rupees. He takes the 10 rupees and he is dancing away, very happy. The stone comes to the diamond merchant's hands. The moment he looks at it this way, it breaks into pieces. Shattered totally. And the merchant is wondering, what happened? So he says, what happened to you? You were shining so beautifully there in that goat's neck. In all your splendor, nobody cared for you. The goat did not care for you. That shepherd sold you for 10 rupees. Here I am, a diamond merchant. I know the value of you. You have come into my hand and you got shattered. Why? Then in pieces the diamond says, hey man, that boy did not know. That goat did not know my value. I was okay. They were not respecting me. But somebody who knows my value, you pay 10 rupees to that boy? 10 rupees for me? You know my value? So this is that Atma-Jnana when it comes. One who knows it, values it even more, will not allow for it. That is why Shankara says, I am Ajnani. Atma-Jnana, you protect me. That I do not at any time devalue you. One should not speak of this jnana. He is of course referring to that river, but as students of Vedanta now, the dip in that river means taking a dip in this Jnana Ganga, and let this Jnana Ganga, which takes us to that Amritattvam, purify our minds. Never let us get into cunning ways. Let this Atma-Jnana not give us pride, make us feel superior to others. But this Jnana should make us more humble. Where there is wisdom, there is humility. Where there is knowledge, there might be pride. So we have to seek this wisdom in this knowledge. Hari pada padya tarangeni gange. himavidu mukta dhavalataravini turi kura mama dushkriti bharam kuru kripaya bhava sagara param. Remove all of these afflictions within me. Duri kura. Keep it away from me. And he says, Ma, whoever partakes of your waters attains the highest. Tava jalam amalam. Yena nipitam. Who's enjoying, who's partaking of this. Paramapadam khalu grihitam. Indeed, they will get it. Without any doubt. Even Yama cannot touch you. The one who has like this bathed in Mother Ganga, Yama cannot touch you. Matar Gange Tvayo Bhakta, your devotees. Khilatam Drashtum, Yamaraj cannot drishti bhi nahi dal sakte. Why? This Atma Jnana takes you beyond death. This Atma Jnana. What is this? It is the one which tells you the true nature of your being, that you are unborn. And because you are unborn, you are Patito Dharani Janavi Gange. Janavi? Sage Janu's daughter she is considered. That is why Janavi. And flowing through the Himalayas, making you so much more beautiful. Bhishma Janani, daughter of Bhishma, Munivarakani, you are the daughter of Janu, and you are the savior, Tribhuvanadhani. In all the three Bhuvanas, you alone are worshipped among the gods, the demons, and the humans. You put her on your lap. Kalpa latamiva faladam loke pranamati astvam na patati shoke. You fulfill the desires of all your devotees. And no one falls into grief worshipping you when they are devoted to you. This Atma Dhyana takes you to that oneness, and in that oneness there is no hatred, there is no grief. It is one who has known this truth. Where is the shokam? There is no grief, no misery, no sorrow that touches such a person, and you are restless to meet. Bhagavan says you are so restless to meet the ocean. As though a very anxious lady is waiting to meet her beloved. Paravara viharini gange vimukha yuvati krita tarala pange. She is waiting. She is considered a maiden. A very young maiden, Ganga Maya. In her youth, she is waiting to rush. That should be the attitude of each one of us seeking to know the truth. That much love for that truth. That much anxiousness for that truth. And says, those who take bath in you, tavachen matha, punarapi jatare sopi na jata. There is no birth again. For the one who takes a dip in Mother Ganga. Naraka nivarini. You are one who, Naraka Nivarana, take us away from any hell. This jnana can never, this is what jnana does, Atma Jnana. Takes you away from Naraka. What is Naraka? What is hell? Any kind of, whenever, see, we say no, hell and heaven is within only. Which is that state, you have to give both of them something. And then close that door. When we say, no, you are, when all these sins seem to manifest, what are the sins? All our past karmas, when they lead us to attachments, we are bound to certain places, certain situations, certain relationships, and that causes a lot of grief. We can see our Viveka Buddhi, it doesn't work at that time. When we are given to a lot of desires, a lot of attachments, we cannot walk the path of Dharma. And then that is a sure gateway to hell. What is said, Mother Ganga is one who relieves us from that, releases us from that. The pain of all these sins, she washes away. And these attachments, desires, cause anger, cause frustration, because a lot of expectation is also there. We never come to recognize the Swarga that is there also. Moving away from Swarga, we fall deeper and deeper because anger, lust, greed, all of these things, krodha, lobha, moha, deluded, we become deluded in our attachments and perform those actions which again take us further down to hell. That is removed. Not only is that removed, it says, Punarapi Jatare, never you will come back to being born again. Understand, it is only our karmas that make us take birth again and again. When the truth of who we are is known, we do not come back in ignorance anymore. We are totally freed from this cycle of birth and death. Until then, constantly we are caught in this wheel of time. Now we are born, now we are growing, now we have aged, now we are going to die. This is the way we live our lives. Planning for all of these events in life. Bhagavan Ramana says that is anyway going to take care of itself. You do not have to worry about it at all. If at all, then we must only put efforts towards gaining this knowledge and taking a dip in this Ganga, so that we come to realize the truth of who we are. Only that will remove the Kalusha, Vinashini. She is the Kalusha Vinashini. That mala, that is the samskaras that bind us, it is like as though, the dirt from previous births as impressions keep collecting. The experiences, when we have experiences, how deeply we experience them, we want them again, or we hate those experiences, not wanting to relive them again. And these experiences make an impression on the subtle body and makes us take birth after birth, because I wanted this, I never got this in this lifetime. I wanted that, I never got it, so next lifetime I must have it. Then we create such bodies for ourselves, wherein that particular experience can be lived through. And as we live through that, we want something else. This is how we enter any exhibition mall and shopping mall. we are just going to see. It seems it is very beautiful, this mall. But really, do we just go and see and come and say, very beautiful mall? No. We have entered and we say, very beautiful. Then we see this and then we see that. Maybe we can have this, maybe we can have that. Let us experience this. Then the shopping mall has something else also, a lot of entertainment, which we want to also experience. Then it has the food courts, which we also want to experience. And then we make certain sankalpas that the next time we come, we must be able to experience all of this. And then we are told not only this is a very small one, but if you go to that country and experience that shopping mall there, it is 100 times bigger than this. Oh, really? Oh, we must plan next year, and this is how we go on. Accumulating. What are we accumulating? Because at the end, when we leave this body and go, what are we going with? Accumulated impressions created by our own karma, our actions. We are not taking that ice cream from that shopping mall, which is excellent. We are not taking the dress that we purchased, that beautiful dress which cost so much, that is not going with us. Because how many will you go? There were kings who thought it can all be sent. So they made also such huge graveyards for themselves, where their favorite things would go be buried with them. Favorite queens also, alive, jealous, a jiva samadhi they had to take to fulfill the vanities of these kings. Once left the body, finished. He doesn't have the senses to experience all these things around him. He goes with his karmas, that is what we say. We have our karmas to take with us. So make sure your karmas are such that when you leave the body, they aid you, they help you. Bhagawan is going to say, he is not going to ask you, so what have you brought for me? Have you brought that pashmina shawl from that particular mall? He said, you were wearing all these shawls. There was that little boy who was feeling cold out in the winter. You passed by him. Did you offer that shawl to him? Oh God, I passed. My car was very fast. We couldn't stop. Karma points minus there. Isn't it? These karmas are what is going to determine which body we take next lifetime. Which family, which society we are born. And it is only this jnana which will totally release us from this whole cycle of rebirth and death. So he says, save us from this hell. The cycle itself he considered hell. And he says, your devotees are released from this. One is taking a bath in that Ganga, and at another level as we see, it is this Atma Jnana. So when we are entering into the Upanishad, then what are we doing? We are taking a dip. If this purification has happened, then it is very easy to flow within that Ganga and reach our destination. Listening alone is enough. If there is complete purification. And then you are full of compassion, he says. Jaya Jaya Jannavi Karuna Pange. Jaya Jaya, victory to be with you, and you are so full of compassion. You purify us with your holy waters, he says. And your feet are adorned with the jewels of Indra. Indra is who? Indra Mukutamani Rajita Charana. Meaning, all the happiness, Indra is the god of gods, no? And he is considered to be very rich. Obviously, he is the king among all gods. Then king among gods itself, all gods have so much in abundance. Whatever we need, they have it in abundance. It will never get over. It is that great reservoir. We can only seek little. When we go to God, that's what we ask Him. What do we say? Somehow that 1 lakh I want, so that I am able to pay for this. Somehow this much money is required to overcome my loans. Somehow make me pass in this one examination. Of the 6 papers I have given, one was very tough. You please pass me in that. We ask also only this much. When Devas and Devatas can do so much more. Why this one exam? Till graduation I give you. But we don't even ask, it doesn't come to us. Why this 1 lakh alone? If Bhagawan can give, he can give 100 lakhs. But we don't know what to do with that. Therefore, this much you do. And for that, 11 rupees, give and take hona chahiye na? But how is Ganga Maiya's feet adorn all of the jewels and greatness and abundance found with Indra? In her feet she wears. What does that mean to say? It's just there, but it is one of those things that are lying there. Atma-Jnana is such that all of material wealth and abundance is considered lower. What we consider, that awe factor is there when we know. Huge palaces. Wow. The king lived in this room, the silver room, and everything, the bed is of silver, the ceiling is of silver. You wonder whether they even slept in those rooms. Gold room, silver room, which is considered. But where does the Jnani who has taken a dip in this river wear it? It adorns his feet. It is there and he is okay with it. Let it be there. He has no problem with it, but that's the place given. He is not holding it here. Shiva himself holds this Ganga only on his head. He is not wearing gold and silver here. That is the how. That is how. She is also, and Sukhade Shubhade Bhritya Sharanya, whoever seeks refuge at your feet is blessed with happiness and auspiciousness. And you take away Rogam, Shokam, Tapam, Papam, all of this, Roga, all diseases, physical, mental, emotional, all of this is completely taken away. All difficulties, sorrow, washed away. All wrongdoings, washed away. Tribhuvanasare Vasudhahare, this we saw. This is how Mother Earth is blessed, because you are such a beautiful necklace around her. She wears you as her most beautiful adornment, in all the jewelry that you wear. This necklace is considered, everyone looks at, the ring and all might get lost somewhere small, but when you wear this, everyone says, wow, look at that diamond around her neck. So Mother Earth wears you as hers. You look like that, and you alone are my refuge. In this 3 worlds, you are my refuge. Look at the amount of importance given to Atma Jnana. In the 3 worlds, there is nothing as important as this Jnana Ganga. And he says, you are the source of all happiness. Vaikuntham Tatsya Nivase. Whoever stays close to you. He says, Whoever seeks happiness in you finds paradise in you. And let me tell you, literally also it happens. This is okay at one. Atma Jnana, of course, will lead you to that bliss. Sitting here, we can take this bath. Every time we enter into Atma Jnana, we are listening about the Atman. We are listening about the truth of who we are. We are taking a dip in this Jnana Ganga only. And literally when you go by the banks of River Ganga, you know, the vibrations that are created around, the energies that are felt, you will be cleansed and purified. It is like as though you're living in Vaikuntham only, paradise. It says, Varamiha nire kamato mina kimva tire sharakakshina. It is better to live as a turtle, as a fish, shark, and all these things, lower animals. If I am in Mother Ganga, I don't mind being like that, rather than being a king who is far away from you, Mother. So when we say, no, oh, I am not evolved only, I have not understood anything, when will I ever learn? I have done lot of papa, I am very small, little. He says, you be in Mother Ganga, you keep listening to that truth. It is better, rather than one being very, very scholarly and has earned name and fame, but is far away from this knowledge of who he is. No, the truth of the world and knowledge of the world will get you to many places, no doubt. You can become very successful. Name and fame and Nobel Prizes, money will come, acclaim will come your way. But he says, I don't want all that. If I am far away from this jnana, here, even if I am unknown and nobody cares for me, and I am one little one who doesn't make a difference at all, it is okay. I would rather be in this jnana rather than being away from it. See, again, it is stuti about this jnana. While he is talking of the beauty of the river and its own potency, he is also telling us how important this jnana is to us. How privileged are we that we are getting it. It is very sad when leaders of the nation, they are influencing hundreds of people. If they don't have this jnana, it is very sad. Do not even expect to be in that state. Kings, he says, I don't want to be a king. A king is a ruler of a kingdom. But far away from this jnana and truth, who wants to be that king? And he says, Bho Bhuvaneshwari Punye Danye. You are Bhuvaneshwari, the goddess of this universe, he says. And you who destroys all sins and all the negativity, one who reads this, who thinks of you this way. He says, Satyam, this is Shankara says. What Satyam? You will attain moksha. Because that path will lead you to liberation. It will take you to Shiva, auspiciousness, Shankara. Constantly you will be in that peace state of bliss. That balance you would have attained. Being in Shiva Loka is being in that state of equanimity all the time, irrespective of what is happening outside. We must know what is it, no? To be in that Shiva state, when we say all auspiciousness, one which only brings about peace, is that state of perfect balance. You are in that state irrespective of whether it is hot or cold outside, irrespective of whether you have faced losses or you have succeeded, earned profits. At all levels, the physical level, mental level, emotional level, bad day, good day, there is no bad, there is no good. Everything has become one now. In that state of great balance. And Ganga Maya takes you there. Says, this way, if you read about Ganga Maya, you read Ganga Maya, that Jnana Ganga, that Ganga which gives you this wisdom of the truth of who you are. Every day, Nityam Patati, constantly. Says, that Nara definitely attains, this is the truth. This is Satyam. If Bhagawan has to declare, then there is no reason to ask. There is no need to doubt. Because who? Bhagavan Shankara has given us this. And he says, Yesham Hridaye Ganga Bhakti Bhavati Sada Sukhada. You keep this bhakti towards this Jnana Ganga. You will forever be at peace with yourself. Sukham will come to you. Happiness will reach you. Why? We know. Why does dukkha come? Dukkha comes because of our wrong understanding of who we are. This constant identification with the ego self gives us all dukkha. And this knowledge releases us from that ego. And the moment the ego is released, the more it is released, the more happiness you will see. Lighter you will feel. You will not be bound anymore. And completely it will release you. How does that happen? When there is complete merging of the ego. खुद को कैसे पाए? खुद को खोके. It is like that. You cannot, they say, don't search for God anywhere outside of you. You just lose yourself. And that is exactly where you will find. And losing yourself is losing your ego identity. That is the greatest myth, it is said. What is the greatest myth? That there is a distance between you and Bhagavan. It is the greatest illusion Bhagavan has created. Being where we are searching for Bhagavan. And being where we are is where we are going to find Him. Except this I factor coming. And that I factor has turned the whole thing. He's created that not there. And then we are looking at the world, projecting things outside. He says, just remove that guard. Everything becomes one. It is like a knot, You put a knot here, And then think that these are two sides. You have to remove it and then one whole cloth comes. There was always this oneness. And that alone, Bhagavan alone is the world. But having created this Gant, what has happened? I am here, world is there, Bhagavan is somewhere else, I have to search for it now. So he says, Hridaya mein Ganga Bhakti. Cultivate that devotion. And he says this beautiful, very lovely, when we chant it, it is Madhura Kanta Pachati Kabhi. It is that meter in which it is written. This whole composition is in that meter, and it is a giver of Paramananda. Because it comes from an innocent mind. Spontaneously it has what innocence and spontaneity belong to that Brahman, belong to that source. So Shankara says, it came away as in this composition was just flowing. I am not writing, though this is Shankara, he says. Shankara Sevaka Shankara Rachitam. I am, that flow of words in this meter has happened in all its innocence and spontaneity. It has happened through this instrument Shankara, who is a great devotee of Shiva, Shankara again. Shankara Sevaka Shankara Rachitam. Happen to have the same name. With this, we end. He has given his name here. Bhagawan has never done that in most of his works. Of course, the granthas that he has spoken of, he has invoked for his Guru and named his Guru and named Ishvara, but never taken his own name. But in this, he says, it has simply, that also he is not taking credit for it. It happened to flow through this instrument called Shankara, who is a devotee of Shankara and holds Ganga Maya in very high esteem. And whoever reads this constantly, see, having known the meaning of this now, go through it, reflect again, and understand why this Atma Jnana is so important to us, and how taking a dip in it, whenever there is confusion, there is conflict in life, take a dip in this Jnana. You will see how you are refreshed. It is like good fuel for you. You are energized again, renewed again. Because it will keep clearing the old samskaras, impressions. We say, after knowing this also, why am I going and doing that? The mind is calling. So another dip in this Jnana Ganga. Yeah. That is all that is needed to do. So, taking a dip in this Ganga, we will begin with Mandukya Upanishad, which is there in your 8 Upanishads, that book. Now, whoever doesn't have the book can collect it. It's 8 Upanishads are 2 volumes. You can take it and we will look. The Mandukya is one of the shortest Upanishads written. One great leap it is. Leap of a frog, if you've seen a frog, it is sitting here. How does it simply, it goes into, from the known to the unknown. That is why it is called Manduka. It is like the leap of a frog. We must simply jump into it and be there. Now don't ask any more questions. That is why in 12 verses it is over. That is why we have to take this dip also. Because that before jumping, should I jump? Where will I land? Are there people there? These doubts will come. What if the entire class is not there? Is somebody missing? Our group has come. All this will be there, no? This noise should not be there. Therefore, snanam is required. Purify. Get ready to take that leap. The book itself has the Karikas. Gaudapadacharya has written 100 verses on these 12 to explain these 12. And when we study, when we take up the study of Mandukya, we must do the Karikas. But if we sit down to study the Karikas, this 1 year course is not enough. We will have to sit for 2 years. What we can do is do the 12 verses. The Karikas, we will start sometime after we have finished this in the evenings. So whoever wants to attend, and it will be open for others also. We will do it on a Saturday evening. We are planning to start Bhajagovindam. After Bhajagovindam, Saturday evenings we will be doing the Karikas. We will complete. But as part of the course, we will do the 12 verses of Mandukya. We will take that leap. And what we must be concerned is with that leap, no? Description, discussion on it, let it happen as good things to be done. What better is there to be done? Nothing more than that. For enjoying that altogether. So next Saturday is the camp. So when is that after that? Whatever Saturday that comes? 17th is Saturday. 17th is Saturday. 17th we begin with Mandukya. So read this shloka. Anywhere you don't understand everything else. But it is not about understanding the word meaning of this Stotram, but the relevance of it, the significance of this Atma Jnana. Seek it with that restlessness and pure heart. That was the whole reason we did the Ganga Stotram. Absorb it as much. Upanishads, when we take the study of Upanishads, there is not going to be much explanation and discussion. One expects that the mind is already ready there. And the Guru has to just take and say Tattvamasi. And yes, Aham Brahmasmi. It should be like that. Given, taken. Therefore, Ganga Snanam is required before. You want to chant it once? Once we will just chant it and we'll conclude today's class. Devi Sureshwari Bhagavati Gange Tribhuvanatarini Tarala Tarange Shankara Mauli Viharini Vimale Mama Matirasam Tava Pada Kamale Bhagirati Sukhadayini Matastava Jala Mahima Nigame Khyata Naham Jane Tava Mahimana Pahi Kripa Mahima Jnanam Haripada Padya Tarangini Gange Himanidu Mukta Dhavala Tarange Duri Kuru Mama Dushkriti Bharam Kuru Kripaya Bhavasadara Param Tava Jalam Amalam Yena Nipitam Paramapadam Kalutena Krihitam Matar Gange Tvayo Bhakta Kilatam Drashtum Nayama Shakta Patito Dharini Janavi Gange Khandita Girivara Mandita Bhange Bhishma Janani He Munivara Kanye Patita Nivarini Tribhuvana Dhanye Kalpalatamiva Phaladam Loke Pranamati Aswam Napatati Shoke Paravara Viharini Gange Vimukha Yuvati Krita Tarala Pange Tava Chen Mata Srota Snata Punarapi Jatare Sopi Najata Naraka Nivarini Janavi Gange Kalusha Vinashini Mahimotunge Punarasadange Punyadarange Jaya Jaya Janavi Karuna Pange Indra Mukutamani Rajita Charane Sukhade Shubhade Vritya Sharanye Rogam Shokam Tapam Papam Harame Bhagavati Kumati Kalapam Tribhuvana Sare Vasudhaa Hare Tvamasi Gatir Mama Khalu Samsare Alakanande Paramanande Kuru Karuna Mahi Kataravanye
तव तटनिकटे यस्य निवास खलु वैकुण्ठे तस्य निवास वरमिह नीरे कमठो मीन किं वा तीरे शरट क्षीण अथवा श्वपचो मलिनो दीन स्तव नहि दूरे नृपति कुलेन भो भुवनेश्वरि पुण्ये धन्ये देवि ग्रहमयि मुनिवर कन्ये गङ्गा स्तवमिममलं नित्यं पठति नरो यः स जयति सत्यम् येषां हृदये गङ्गा भक्तिस्तेषां भवति सदा सुखमुक्ति मधुरा कान्ता पञ्चटिकाभिः परमानन्द कलितललिताभिः गङ्गा स्तोत्रमिदं भवसारं वाञ्छितफलदं विमलं सारं शङ्कर सेवक शङ्कर रचितं पठति सुखी स्तव इति च समाप्तः शङ्कर सेवक शङ्कर रचितं पठति सुखी स्तव इति च समाप्तः जय जय गङ्गे जय हर गङ्गे 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 पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते